Hey guys, this is Brad Bell. Put on tournaments for Tecmo Bowl and RBI Baseball in Omaha, Nebraska. This year will be our 4th annual. And so one of the discussions that is always out there when we put on tournaments, people say the guy that gets Bo Jackson in LA is going to win. And so we're going to talk about that. So if you want some information on our tournament, it's tecmobowlnes.com is the website with all the information. So here we're going to show why Bo Jackson is not unstoppable. So I'm going to pause this right here. Here's the thing with LT and blocking schemes in general. When you run to the top of the field, there's a couple defenders on the bottom half that go unblocked. So with Lawrence Taylor against Bo Jackson, you just have to run up and make the tackle. That's it. Up, make the tackle. So let's watch some clips here. Right there, went up, caught Bo Jackson. And again, that's because LT is on the backside of the run blocking scheme. Goes up, makes a tackle. I mean, it's as easy as that. Now, where LT will get in some issues with Bo Jackson is when, actually what's more with Marcus Allen. Okay, so as you see up here, this is a pitch to Allen. So the run play is going to come at LT. So that means he's going to have blockers designated to him on his side of the field. So this receiver here is going to come find LT to block him. The problem with the two-back set is Bo Jackson comes down here to block. He's looking for this bottom safety. Well, occasionally he will also run into LT. So while we just showed that LT is really shutting down Bo Jackson's run, LT is going to struggle against Marcus Allen. Got a blocker on LT here. Let's see what happens. And yep. Just roll back here a second. Yeah, right here. LT, blocker, running back. Call this the Bermuda Triangle. All 3 points meet. It's bad for the defensive player. So here's LT again. Again, not blocked. Backside defender on the top run. Makes a tackle against Bo. Here we go. Oh, here's another Marcus Allen run. Let's pull this back here just a little bit. And right there is the wide receiver. At the snap, he cuts up hard to try and block LT. Here's Bo coming out of the backfield looking for somebody else. What's going to happen here? Bam. LT just got double teamed by those two guys. Let's watch this here. Yep, two blockers. Did get lucky on that play because a computer-controlled player made the tackle. Similar situation. Blocker, Bo Jackson here. There's two guys trying to block LT, basically. Allen's coming through. And again, we get lucky. If Allen would have kicked it down low here, he would have got big yards. But because they ran in the middle of the field, there was more defensive players to assist on the tackle. So I think this one LT gets, oh no, it's another Bo Jackson run. So it's easy, it's simple to stop Bo Jackson, really. And another, oh, missed a diving tackle. He's off for a big gain. Another one coming at LT. Gets double teamed. Popcorn. And Marcus Allen got snipered there. So again, lucky stop. So as you can see, Lawrence Taylor can effectively stop Bo Jackson based on his position, but with the run blocking scheme and the side of the field he's on, he's really struggling against Marcus Allen. Keep in mind, you don't have to have New York. If you had Chicago's bottom outside linebacker, he could do the same thing with Bo. He just won't get up here as fast. Okay, so let's roll forward here. So let's show an additional counter. This is going to be Carl Banks. This is where things get interesting. So LA has the 2 running back set. They're the only team in the game with 2 running backs. In order to get that set, they had to remove the top wide receiver. The top wide receiver's job is to block the top outside linebacker. So with him gone, this tackle comes out, blocks this defensive back. Marcus Allen here comes up and blocks the top defensive end. Well, on Bo Jackson's run play, nobody's blocking Carl Banks, so this goes against the standard blocking schemes. Banks comes in, tackles Bo with no issue. Let's see what play this is here. Oh, this is a run play to Marcus Allen. Note, Carl Banks unblocked. So what you have is a situation here. Carl Banks here is not blocked against Bo Jackson's top run. And as we discussed earlier, because he's on the back side of the run blocking scheme, he's not going to be blocked on Marcus Allen's run play. So he's just going to come down the line of scrimmage to tackle Allen, just like Lawrence Taylor goes up the line of scrimmage to block Bo Jackson. So here we go. There, meets him at the line of scrimmage. Another Bo Jackson run. Carl Banks isn't blocked, stuffs him right away. Another Bo Jackson run. See, here's your right tackle going out to find this guy. Marcus Allen's there, and Carl Banks is going to make that tackle. This play here, if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of a fluke. So it's a pitch to Allen. Goes in the middle here, and the defender here, I whiff on the tackle. And so as I go in pursuit, I'm going to accidentally run into Bo Jackson and get blocked right there. So we'll just kind of roll this back here. So Allen actually getting some yards on Carl Banks. Here was a fluke. With Bo Jackson staying around. Oh, accidentally engaged him. Big gain for Marcus Allen. So here we go. Again, not blocked on Bo Jackson. So Carl Banks is the defender you really want to use. And here's another Marcus Allen run play. Simple. Come down the line of scrimmage, meet him. Bo's out here blocking people. So there's a big window you can just run it through unabated to get to Marcus Allen. So to recap all this, and you don't need to have the Giants. It just won't be as effective because Carl Banks is fast. Lawrence Taylor's really fast. You can do this defense with Denver, Chicago. But the point being is if you're this guy right here, you can come up, stop Bo Jackson. However, he will get blocked on Marcus Allen. If you're this guy here, not blocked on Bo, not blocked against Marcus Allen. So, pretty simple premise. So that was to debunk how the Raiders are unstoppable. Furthermore, in our tournament, Chicago is a team that has a running back almost as good as Bo Jackson. That's Walter Payton. And Chicago has a powerful O-line. Chicago has a really powerful defense. So for anyone that says it doesn't matter who you have against LA, Chicago is a far superior team with a similar skilled running back. Same deal with San Francisco. If you're really good at passing the ball, LA's defense is not very good. So you should be able to just tear up their defense, use these defensive schemes to slow down Bo Jackson. So I've played, thousands of two-player games against a lot of different people. This strategy works continually. Now, quickly to discuss what you can do with Bo Jackson. If your opponent is using this guy, instead of running straight into him, what you can do is at the snap, instantaneously come down here, because Bo is fast enough to kind of run away from him. So there is somewhat of a counter, but a lot of times in the people I play, that first quarter, they keep running into Banks, my top outside linebacker, and then by the time they figure out they need to adjust the run pattern or whatever, they're kind of in a hole. So, and again, doesn't have to be Carl Banks. It can be Denver's defense, Seattle's defense, whoever, but this guy will always be unblocked against Bo Jackson. And there are many better options to use in Tecmo Bowl than the Raiders. They're not even one of my favorite teams because they don't have any defense. So Well, hope that shed some light on how Bo Jackson and the Raiders are not unstoppable.